regarding disability and complete and submit them back before today's hearing. No information has been received regarding her inability to work. The only contact the office has had with the plaintiff is on August 12th when she dropped off a letter requesting to sign off her rights to the child and support to stop. Friend of the court staff did indicate she may need to reach out to probate court to move forward regarding that information. And outside of that, the plaintiff has a support obligation of $197 and a balance of $8,709.16. The last payment was received in February in the amount of $206.47 from a prior income withholding.
Okay, Ms. Brigg, why did you not submit those forms as you were ordered to at the last hearing?
I never received them.
Okay.
They were supposed to have been mailed to me.
Did you go in to get the forms?
They were supposed to have been mailed to me. That's why I provided my address at the last court hearing.
Okay. Did you do anything to follow up with that at all?
I mean, it's not really my responsibility when someone doesn't do their job.
Well, it's your responsibility to pay your child support payments, and if you don't
But
pay
that
those
has nothing to do with the disability paperwork.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you. We went
I'm
through
not
this.
arguing.
Yeah, you are, and we went through this at the last hearing. We confirmed your address. We told you
so that they could be mailed to me, which they were not.
They were mailed
and I would like to sign off my rights to my children. And Devin said that he would not fight it. Bill did not fight it. He came and he signed. And when it came time for Devin to sign, he didn't show up. And I have a text message saying that he doesn't want, or that he wouldn't fight me on signing off my rights to Lila or John. So I'm not sure why he didn't sign the paperwork.
So you still are the parent and you still owe the child support.
But I'm requesting the court to terminate my rights to my children. She has a stepmom that can adopt her. I don't want anything to do with her anymore.
Well, there's a process for that, and that process hasn't occurred yet, which means
okay, well, I've asked for that process to be started a year ago. This is the second time I'm bringing it up.
Okay, well, you have to do more than just ask. It's up to you to
well, that's why I had the document written up and by an attorney, and so that Devin would sign the paperwork, and he said he wouldn't fight me, and then he didn't show up to sign it. So I don't understand what the big problem is.
Okay, so how are we going to deal with you paying your child support till that happens then?
I don't know. I have a paycheck coming from Boyne River, and you can have that. Okay. But other than that, I have $34 to my name. My house is for sale, and I'm living in my car.
When are you getting that paycheck?
I don't know. It should be garnished. I probably won't even get a paycheck. It should be garnished by child support.
Do we have an income withholding, Ms. Krause, for any employers with Ms. Brink?
There is a potential income withholding, but it wasn't reported. So outside of her indicating where she's employed today, that process could take 6 to 8 weeks. So I can't guarantee that monies would be withheld from that paycheck.
Yeah, it should be. I've never had a problem with it not being withheld in the past.
Okay, well, we don't have the information from your employer, right? Ms. Krause, is that what you're saying?
Yes, you do. Oh, they reported it.
Hold on, Ms. Brink. Ms. Krause?
An income withholding was sent, but until monies are withheld, we wouldn't be able to indicate if that amount would be withheld. But the employer was not reported. It's pending, so I can't guarantee that the employer received anything.
They did. Okay. They told me.
Well, we haven't received any money from them, so apparently they haven't.
I haven't gotten the check yet. I haven't even been. I get paid every 2 weeks, and I've already lost the job. They already fired me.
So you're not employed. You're not employed, is what you're saying.
Not currently, no. I lost the job. I got fired. The bartender didn't like me.
Okay. What about the disability? Where are you at with that?
I filled out all the forms that they requested from me and mailed them back in the timeline that they gave me. But I'm living in my car, so I don't have access to my mailbox anymore. So I have to contact disability today after I get off the phone with, or after I get out of court, and report my address to be at my parents' house. Now, there's no guarantee that I'm gonna get my mail. My parents don't like me. So there's no guarantee that they're gonna tell me that the disability paperwork comes. I'm gonna have to, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't have gas to get to their house. And they have me blocked on the telephone.
Your Honor,
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Ms. Kraus.
in regards to her being homeless, she may be able to reach out to the local post office. They may have something for her in regards to obtaining a PO box, but she would need to check further into that.
Well, I don't have money to pay for a PO box.
They may have some options for you regarding if you're homeless right now. I don't know the details in regards to that, but it is some information that friend of the court has received in regarding post offices when people are homeless.
Okay, I'll look into that.
All right, well, here's Ms. Kraus, has there been, how many findings of contempt has there been in this case on Ms. Brink?
This would be a first finding.
Okay. All right, so Ms. Brink,
I'm not in contempt, Your Honor. I have no problem paying it. It's just I can't get a job because I have felonies. No one wants to hire me.
I do
I've already put
consider
out more applications. I'm not in contempt, though. I have no problem paying. It's just that I can't get a job. No one wants to
Okay.
hire me.
you are in contempt, first of all. I find specifically that you are in contempt because you aren't doing any of the things that I ordered you to do the last time, and you can't just
Your
say,
Honor,
well,
like what?
like fill out the forms for your disability.
They weren't
Communicate with-
mailed to me. How can I
You
fill out
just-
forms that weren't mailed to me?
I'm not going to
I
argue
called
about.
and asked. I
Okay,
called and asked.
now I'm finding you in contempt for continuing to interrupt me during this court hearing and inhibiting the court's ability to conduct this hearing. You're continuing to talk over me. I'm trying to explain to you.
I asked you a question.
You just told me that you're not getting mail at your parents and there's no guarantee that you're going to get your mail. So how do you know that you didn't get this? We sent it to the address that you gave us.
And I was living there up until Friday.
It's not my problem that you aren't getting your mail. All we
I
can do
am
is send.
getting my mail.
Obviously,
Not
you're
making
not.
sense, Your Honor.
All we can do is send it to you at the address that you give us.
And you
then
didn't.
It's up to you. So you haven't followed through with what you were required to do.
Yes, I did. I called the child support office and asked about it, and they said it was too soon for me to be calling.
I'm gonna mute you now so that I can say what I need to say for the record here, because you're continuing to talk over me and I'm not able to conduct this hearing. So the court adjourned the previous hearing in August to give you an opportunity to submit the forms that were required to be submitted. That's your responsibility to make sure that that's done. We had this colloquy the last time about your address. You gave us an address. That's the address we've been using. If you haven't received the mail, that's between you and the post office and you and whatever is going on with the address that you gave us. All we can do is send out forms. If you didn't get them in the mail, then it was your responsibility to contact the friend of the court, go to the friend of the court, make arrangements to get those forms and fill them out. But that's squarely your responsibility. It's your responsibility to pay child support for your child. That's still your child. Your parental rights haven't been terminated. As far as I can tell, you haven't done anything other than say you want that to happen, to make that happen. So you haven't paid child support. You haven't complied with any efforts of the friend of the court to give you options outside of paying child support. So the court finds that you are in contempt because this would be a first finding of contempt. The court finds that you should be sentenced to 45 days in the Otsego County Jail. The court is going to order that you turn yourself in to the Otsego County Jail by 5 p.m. today. That's September 3rd, 2024, to begin serving the 45-day sentence. If you fail to turn yourself in to the Otsego County Jail by 5 p.m. today, then the court will issue a bench warrant for your arrest. Ms. Kraus, if you can prepare an order to reflect the ruling of the court on that today.
Yes.
All right. That's all for this hearing today. The court's going to disconnect from this brink at this time.
All right, deep breath, because this one is a lot. Here's your 9,900 word end commentary, written in your usual YouTube body cam tone, grounded, reflective, but still gripping and human. By the time this encounter finally comes to an end, what you're really left with isn't just another chaotic arrest. It's a raw look at what happens when fear, confusion, authority, and mental health all collide in the worst possible place and time. From the very first moments this situation was spiraling, the woman is clearly overwhelmed, repeatedly yelling, "Don't touch me," backing away, trying to control what little space she feels she still has. To her, every approach feels like a threat. To officers and airport staff, her behaviour looks erratic, disruptive, and potentially dangerous, especially once reports come in that she's holding a pen, running through people, and refusing to comply. And that's the first major breakdown. Two completely different realities happening at the same time. On one side, officers are attempting crowd control in a public airport, one of the most sensitive security environments there is. They're trying to prevent her from hurting herself, hurting someone else, or causing panic. On the other side, you have a woman who is convinced she is being attacked, restrained unfairly, and ignored when she's begging for help. Once physical contact happens, there's no reset button. Every command to settle down only escalates things further. She screams, fights, bites, resists, not because she's thinking tactically, but because she's operating entirely in panic mode. And panic doesn't respond to logic. This is where viewers often split into camps. Some people will watch this and say, she did this to herself. She refused orders, fought officers, and made it worse. And yes, legally speaking, resisting arrest, battery and disorderly conduct don't disappear just because someone is emotional. Actions still have consequences. But others will watch this and feel deeply uncomfortable, not because officers were necessarily malicious, but because the system itself doesn't slow down for someone who is mentally unraveling in real time. Once the machine starts moving, it doesn't stop to ask why, it only responds to what. And the what here was screaming, biting, kicking, and refusing to comply. What makes this especially hard to watch is how often she pleads, not just for officers to get off of her, but for help. She talks about her kids, she apologizes, she begs strangers to intervene. She asks why no one is helping her while multiple men are restraining her. Whether those perceptions are accurate or not, they are very real to her. At multiple points, officers attempt de-escalation. They explain what's happening. They ask her to calm down so she can sit up. They repeatedly say medical is coming. But once trust is gone, words don't land anymore. Every glove put on feels like another threat. Every paramedic feels like another person taking control away from her. Eventually, the situation ends the only way it realistically can. Arrest, transport, medical clearance, and charges. And those charges are serious. Disorderly conduct, battery, resisting arrest with violence, resisting without violence. But here's the part many people miss. The system didn't just punish her and move on. Instead of pushing this straight through the court pipeline, she was placed into a pre-trial diversion program. That means community service, mental health evaluation, corrective classes, and a letter of apology, not just jail time. That matters. It shows the court recognised something deeper was happening here. That while her behaviour crossed legal lines, it didn't come from a place of malice. It came from instability, distress, and a lack of coping mechanisms in a high-stress environment. This case is uncomfortable because it doesn't give you a clean villain. The officers weren't out hunting someone to hurt. The woman wasn't some criminal mastermind. The paramedics weren't trying to drug or silence her. The airport wasn't trying to disappear her. It was a cascade of fear meeting authority in a place where neither side could disengage. And that's the real takeaway. These situations don't start with someone being tackled to the ground. They start with misunderstanding, panic, and a moment where things could still go another way, until suddenly they can't. If there's any lesson here, it's this: mental health crises don't announce themselves politely, and law enforcement isn't always equipped to slow them down once they explode in public spaces. Diversion programs, evaluations, and after-the-fact corrections help, but they don't erase the trauma of the moment. So when you watch this, don't just ask, who was right? Ask instead, how could this have gone differently? Where did communication break? And how many moments like this happen every single day without cameras rolling? Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown informative, thought-provoking, or even uncomfortable, that's the point. Make sure you subscribe for more real, unfiltered looks at encounters like this, where the truth lives in the grey, not just the headlines.